With the boys finale right around the corner, I think it'd be fun if I gave you guys how I would end the show personally. Pretty much just if I was in the writer's room, how I would write this ending. Keep in mind, I'm going strictly off what we've seen so far, so I'm not adding my own lore or anything like that. We're just going based off what we've seen, so let's get into it. I would open it by showing that Kimiko did get Soldier Boy's powers and that she's not talking anymore after Frenchie's death. Sage would contact Ashley, and Ashley would finally be able to get that hero's arc that we've kind of been building up to, that she's been scared to, but she'd finally get the courage to do it, and she'd essentially tell Sage that he's disbanded the Seven and that there are no soups around, just Homelander, plus that he put Soldier Boy back in his little tube thingy. With this information, they'd essentially decide to strike immediately. Sage would give them information on how to get into the Vought Tower and how to attack. Initially, it would only be the people and the boys with powers that would go fight, but Huey and MM would tag along as you can convince them to not join the fight. Like go off to the final fight, we'd see Sage and Ashley go and find the people a part of that Homelander little test screening thing and have them go to media and essentially expose all of Vought's corruption and all that, because then you'd have the president, I guess now the president, and then Sage and all these people speaking out against what Vought did. So they'd be getting all the major media outlets to be putting all this news out there that Vought is wrong and that they're frauds and all this corruption's going on. With this news, plus the video of the Deep not actually saving someone, this would pretty much make the public turn against Vought and Homelander. I would keep the finale just with these main two storylines. I think it'd be a little messy to try and get another storyline in here and not focus on the final fight that people do want to see. Now for the final fight, I think it would be a lot cooler if it took place just like out on the streets, not actually in the tower, and essentially focused on Butcher trying to take over Homelander and get Kimiko to be able to use her power. During their fight, we'd see other soups try and come in and try and help some of these like weaker ones, and then we'd have MM and Huey essentially fighting them off. As we've seen, they can take down soups on their own, especially if they're just weaker powered ones that really aren't that strong. I'd want those two to be looking like this was COD zombies and they're taking out hordes of soups that are just super weak. Maybe we see MM get that machine gun back they used earlier and give Huey just like a regular weapon. Eventually, we'd see the Deep and O-Father come join the fight, and when that happens, we'd see Starlight essentially leave the main fight against Homelander and help MM and Huey fight those two. During this main fight, we'd essentially see the media come and start taking videos from afar of what's happening and live streaming it, as they know now Homelander and Vought are all messed up people. Because of this, we'd see Ryan come in from wherever he was and join the fight. It would get to a point where Butcher gets knocked out by Homelander, and then it's just Ryan versus Homelander while Kimiko waits from far away. I think it's important that she realizes that she's their only real shot of beating him, so she stays far away from the fight and kind of jumps in when the opportunity is there. Like earlier in the season, Ryan would be getting beat, then we'd see Butcher wake up and kind of see Ryan almost on the verge of death from Homelander. When Butcher sees this, I think it'd be cool if we kind of saw him get a little flashback to Lenny, his brother that died, and then we kind of saw when Kessler was saying that he let all the people in his like task force die. I think it'd be cool to get those two little flashbacks as motivation for him. I also think it'd be cool if we got a flashback to the scene where Butcher promises Becca that he'd keep Ryan safe, and I think that'd be another way he could add some motivation and make him fight even harder. Butcher then would bolt over to the fight, and we'd see him essentially use his tentacle things to wrap himself with Homelander. Homelander would be throwing these really devastating punches to him. It'd kind of look like Conquest versus Invincible, where Invincible had him in the chokehold and Conquest is just like destroying him. During this, Butcher is telling Kimiko to finally do it and launch the blast, knowing that it would kill him. With Homelander and Butcher both powerless, we'd see Butcher start to die as he took all these devastating blows, but before he does, he either uses a crowbar or a gun to kill Homelander finally. In the background of all this, we'd essentially see the Deep and O-Father be taken out and not killed, but I think it'd be cool if they were taken away to some prison. Therefore, those two have to live with their guilt of their own actions and kind of see that them being the Glazers to Homelander did not lead to a good outcome for them. We'd then see Butcher get his final goodbyes to everyone. He says goodbye to Ryan, he says goodbye to the rest of the boys, especially Huey, which would be a really heartfelt and sad moment. But ultimately, he did get his wish. His whole goal was succeeded. He took out Homelander. Meanwhile, he died in the process. We'd see a flash forward to a few weeks or months later where you see everyone that was involved in Vought, including Sage and Ashley. Even though they did end up being heroes, they ended up still having to go to jail because they were still really evil people. We'd see Starlight and Huey go live out their own life somewhere, I don't really care where, just somewhere, and then Kimiko nearby as a nearby friend. MM gets to go live with his family, enjoy his life finally, and then Ryan actually becomes a legit hero, not like a fake one like everyone was. He's actually a good guy, kind of what Homelander should have been. It'd also be really cool if Ryan started taking care of Terror, because Butcher's gone, so someone's got to take care of Terror, so that'd be a really cute moment. And that's kind of how I would write the ending personally. Obviously, I'm not a writer, I'm not perfect, mine's probably pretty bad. But to me, this pays off a lot of storylines that we do want to see, some endings that we do want to see, and some deaths that feel really relevant to how the story has been. Another thing I forgot to say, but I think they should include, is O-Father in the Deep in prison, kind of just being hated by everyone else in prison because they're such messed up people. A few things I'd like to address is the Gen V characters not being in it. In my ideal season, they would have been in it a significant amount more, but I think it'd be so messy to throw in 2 new characters that most people don't know to the finale, and we wouldn't see Soldier Boy let out of his tube. Quite frankly, I just don't want to see more of him at this point. Maybe we get some sort of scene where they find his tube thing and they end up finding a way to kill him because they know he's an evil person. But yeah, that's just my version of how I would end the show, my ideal finale in my eyes. Obviously, this isn't like the perfect one because I think they've kind of set it up in a not great way where there's a lot going on and a lot of things they have to finish. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you agree or disagree with. If you like the video, make sure to leave a like. Check out the channel, see if these are videos you like, and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.